Yo, what it do, family? High value basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary in the planet. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that button. Do it now. Got to talk about Charles Barkley, man. Charles Barkley is out here, the king of sound bites himself, Mr. TNT's $200 million man. He made some comments about Klay Thompson that Steph Curry did not like at all. So we definitely got to talk about it, man. But the whole situation sprung from the loss that the Warriors had to the Suns the other night. And of course, it was on TNT, and good old Chuck, he put his 2 cents on the loss, and he was coming out gunning for Klay Thompson. And I'm going to read what he said. He said, "This team is older, Ernie. That's really what's happening to them. They're older. Go back and look at the finals. Who were the guys that helped them win? It was Wiggins and Poole. It's going to be up to those young guys, Kuminga, Moody, Poole, and James Wiseman." And he goes on and says, "Because I think as much as I love Klay, he's slipping. Same thing with Draymond. They're not the same. In the finals, you can see they're not the same guys that they were 2 or 3 years ago. So when I watch the Warriors play, I say, oh man, Father Time is knocking at the door at a couple of these guys." And so boom. So Steph definitely had some words to that, because he just didn't appreciate the angle that Barkley was taking, especially with Klay. Because as we know, Klay is really an amazing comeback story. He had the ACL tear, and he was rehabbing, getting ready to come from that. He gets healthy, and then boom, he does the Achilles. And for what it was, he was gone basically 3 years. And in that whole process, as we know, he's come back fully healthy. Of course, he's not all the way the same player. Wouldn't anybody expect him to be at all. And that's what made Steph upset, because Steph really just feels like he's kind of laying it on heavy on Klay Thompson, because it's, overstating the obvious that, of course, Klay Thompson wouldn't be the same player, for one, just 2-3 years down the line, period. But two, of course, of his grueling injuries. And if anything, he should be given credit for the fact that he's come back and he does look as good as he does, and not really be, shot down for the fact that he really isn't the same player. And so Steph goes in, and here, I'm going to just go ahead and play it for you directly.
He was in a great place today, from shoot around to tonight. He just wouldn't stop talking all day, pretty much. He had a really good energy about him, and understood that he could bounce back from a rough night in Phoenix. The comments are, part of our success, right? You're always going to be in the spotlight, and people care about how you're playing and care to comment positively or negatively, because they know that'll move the needle. And when you say certain names, people are going to pay attention. But it's interesting just because certain guys kind of forget what their careers look like on the back end. So you can kind of cast and throw those stones. But, Klay's still in here, like you said, helping us win a championship after 2, hellish years he had. And I think now it's balancing for him just the expectation of what he was before the injuries, what he can get back to, all the while maintaining, his impact on winning. I'm sure he's, comparing to, the stat lines and, percentages and all that. But I think I heard Coach talk about it earlier. He's gone through this, even before, the injuries, where slow starts don't really hold him down, don't kill his confidence. But when you come off a championship, you have such a hunger and desire to get back, to what he wants to be personally, and he's gonna get there. It's just a matter of sticking with the program, the time that he puts in, his competitive fire that comes out, every single night, and he's gonna make shots. We're not worried about that. It's just it's a long season.
Boom. Yo, Steph ain't playing, man. Y'all know Steph, man. Steph is always making these humble digs. Yo, he is the king of the quiet undertone, silent drag, man, silent assassin with the drags, man, especially that part, most specifically where he said, but it's interesting because certain guys kind of forget where their careers look like on the back end. So you kind of cast and throw these stones, but Klay is still here helping us win a championship. Boy, he pulled that Shaq card on him. Shaq always be going in on Chuck, saying, "How many championships you win, Chuck? How many rings you got? How many rings you got? Yeah, I thought so. Klay definitely got defended with Steph on that one because he's like, "Yo, you ain't even win, fam." So let's not talk about a dude who's won 4 times. How about that? So hey, y'all got it right there, man. But hey, there's even more. Like I say, Steph got the humble drag defending his homie. Klay even actually came out, and he came out on a more emotional, and I don't mean that negatively, like an emotional appeal, an emotional perspective. Hear what he had to say. He said, it hurts when someone like Charles Barkley, with the platform he has, says you're not the same player as prior to the injuries you had. It's like, no duh, man. I tore my ACL and my Achilles in consecutive years and still helped the team win a championship. I mean, that hurt hearing that, because it's like, man, I put in so much freaking effort to get back to this point. Like, it's hard to even put into words what I had to do to be the player I am today. Like, wow. Like, Klay really sealed the deal on this one for me, man. Because, I'm a big Chuck fan. I don't think Chuck goes too hard on players like how Ben Simmons try to put out, you should protect us and all of that weird, goofy stuff. I always felt like Chuck, keeps it real and is generally spot on. But on this one, I do think he is overreacting to the first few games that they've had as a whole. And yeah, he's definitely overstepping the bounds here with Klay Thompson. Like say, Steph came for the rep card, and Klay Thompson just came for the direct compassion card. Like, bruh, like, do you know what I had to do to even come back to look like the player that you are critiquing? Dude, you should really be more glad that I'm here. Like, what I had to do was a lot. So, yo, man, shout out to the Warriors, man. They still doing their thing. they making it happen. I've already heard critiques about them and everybody thinking that the team's all deflated because of the Draymond situation. Man, these Warriors gonna be all right. I see them right back in that championship round, man, for real. But yeah, shout out to Klay, man. Shout out to Steph. And yeah, they got you, Chuck. They got you on this one, bruh. High value basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.